Hi guys. I'm really late. Sorry. Sorry. I got caught up with something. Okay. Alright. I almost opened Guilty Gear on accident. Okay. Ugh. Hopefully the servers are good tonight. Hi Cat. Hi Lynx. Lay? You lay. Late. I know I'm late. I know I'm late. I got up learning fighting games. Sorry. I am here. Oh, now I get to play Springtrap all night, and hopefully the servers don't kill themselves. Ugh.
Please deposit 5 coins.
I got 5 fucking coins, Paul. Yeah, maybe you want to get up here? Gonna get up here? No? Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm still alive. My stomach actually isn't feeling bad today. I had rice and sausage for dinner. Like 3 hours ago.
What would Martha Stewart say? Fuck Martha Stewart!
Martha Stewart would say it's good to be back. Also, fuck you behavior. Fuck you. Why did you extend 2v8 again? What is the point? This is a genuine question. This is a genuine question. Like, every time 2v8 has come out, you guys extend it. Why? Why even bother? Why not just make it that time? I don't get it, and I never will. But yeah, 2v8 got extended. Hooray! The animatronic always comes back. That they do, Kassir. That they do. What was I? Oh, yeah, demo. Okay, I have remnant footage. Oh, shit. At this point, yeah, just schedule it for 3 weeks. Am I wrong? Every time 2v8's come out, it's been, Every time 2v8's come out, it's been that, right? It just... They extend it every single time. Also, I don't feel like thinking. I'm just doing the no-stop build. Actually, what video am I doing next? We're doing Remnant this week. I'm pretty sure I have footage of basically everything else. I think we're good. Ugh. Man. I've tried broadening my horizons this week, Chad. I've been playing Helldivers 2 and Guilty Gear. Hi, Miller. If you guys want an amazing artist who does all of or most of my thumbnails, you should check out Miller, by the way. And if you want to buy t-shirts with those thumbnails on it, you can type !merch. Also, it's really encouraging that people were worried that I didn't show up on time and I was like 30 minutes late. Dive into freedom every time. The ODST update's amazing. Or did the Oni/Ghostface 2v8 was the only one they didn't did they? I thought they did extend that one, didn't they? I have no way. I don't know how I would even look that up.
Fix your fucking game, devs.
Hang on. Game mode 2v8 Ghostface version 4. 8 survivors, 2 killers. Can I see when it was? It was from May 15th till the 29th. So no, that one wasn't extended. Okay. I wonder why that one wasn't extended. Oh, I know why. I know why that one wasn't extended. Because it would have, if they extended it, it would have, it still would have been up during Springtrap's launch. That's why. That's why. That's why. Oh, that's funny. That's kind of funny. Ugh, I don't know. I think everyone's kind of getting sick of 2v8 and Chaos Shuffle, and we haven't seen Lights Out in almost a year now. Maybe bring that one back? The Halloween event should be coming up soon. The new PTB should be coming up soon. Maybe that's why they're extending it. Maybe it's just because they pushed everything back. So, like, we'll just keep it for another week. Is that too cynical of a take? They're just like, we don't have anything for the next week, so we'll just keep it up. You know, I leave for a day, and I still get indoor maps. I'm just cursed. I am simply cursed. Also, goddamn, do I love the fucking door spawns of Hawkins Memorial Institute. Nice try, flashlight gamers. Joke's on you. I have furtive chase. And you're upstairs. Where the fuck are you going? Hello. I'm playing Springtrap. You can't flashlight blind me. 2v8 is the most boring of the modes. I don't necessarily think 2v8 is the most boring of the modes. I think 2v8, the problem with 2v8 is just like once you get the feel for the mode, it's done. You know? That's it. It's over with. Oh, you're gonna play this one? I was gonna say, I'm not quite sure what your plan was with that one. I got 4 different ghost faces in a row. Yeah, that'll happen. Is he staying up or coming down? I think he was staying up. Regardless, this will get me there faster. Thank you, increased lunge range. Oh, they got him. I don't think they make that one. Nope. Hooray. Can you teach me how to do the Springtrap fiddle jump 453 axe hit of doom XE feature? No, unfortunately that's a company secret. I can't tell you that one, or the other Springtrap mains will get mad. Wow, you really like triple vaulting things, don't you? I'm sorry, it's the truth.
Go on.
It's the truth on the tooth. Hi, Claudette. You're kind of out in the open there, and I know you have life. It's the truth on the tooth. Gonna break this. They get him up, that's fine. I don't know why I choked up there so much. That works for me. I got furtive off of that because she blinded me. Wait for it. Wait for it. Woo! could you fucking imagine he's gonna light away on this one? Oh, he lights back into me. That was good. That was smart. It would help with the... Well, the problem with adding more killers is just, like, the logistics. That always is and always will keep being the issue with it. God damn, do I love fucking Hawkins. And if he drops that one... And then Becky's here. Why did I get my axe back? She goes up. We go back to Ace. Yeah, he's going to have life back up. I was about to get really mad. Is he dead? No. Why are they so gung-ho about him? Stuck on the door. Did Becky have life? I don't remember. Yes, Becky had life. And that wall isn't open, so I have to walk all the way around. There's another pallet here. I can't waste time breaking it just in case the Claudette comes back. They get that. You let Springtrap's stupid laugh so much? I do too. Well, I think balance is the least of their concerns in 2v8, personally. Thank you, extra lunch. Claudette's dead, though, right? Oh, it's just the Yui? Oh, I got a 2K! Could you imagine if I had loot bag? Could you imagine if I had loot bag? We have Oni and Legion. I want Oni and Plague. Dear God. Dear God. Oni and Plague would be insane. Oh, they had a syringe. Vigil, light, fixated window. Yeah, that. Yeah, the windows make sense. This is a genuine question, chat. Windows isn't, like, strong. And I think I've had this conversation many a times. Windows of Opportunity is not a very powerful perk. Do you think they're going to nerf it somehow? That's a genuine question. Just because of how often it's ran? Because back in my day, people said it was terrible, and it's only for new players. Because they had a cooldown. I don't know. I'm genuinely curious what they're going to do with some balance changes going forward. Sensory overload for me. I just don't like people running it because I think it simplifies Survivor too much. It's just run to pallet, run to pallet, run to yellow, run to yellow, run to yellow. And I guess you can make the argument for my killer build too, but like I still have to play. I don't know. Windows is an interesting perk. Just give it a cooldown. That's it. If you just make it so Windows of Opportunity goes on like a 30-second cooldown after you drop a pallet or vault or something. Because then it still does its job, it's just not always on. I'm just tired of fucking seeing it all the time, and I'm also tired of knowing when the person I'm playing against has it. That's my biggest issue with it. It seems like... I don't know, because I have seen people like that use it all the time take it off, and then they just can't play. They have no idea where to go or what to do, and it feels like the game was designed with that in mind. Well, yeah, for sure. Like that Rebecca and the Ash knew exactly where to go on Hawkins. Something about Homelander insulting a train from gaining weight when the muscles of his suit aren't even real. That's good character work. What the where is that from, Farah? I need to know. What is the context of this? Well, again, like I said, like you can make the argument that's basically what this build is. This is my brain off Springtrap build, right? Because it's just aura reading, I hit them with axe, me go fast, me catch up, me hit. I don't know, something about it just seems different. I know the boys, but I didn't know that was a scene in it. Is the new season out? Am I dumb? Far is the new season out and I just missed it? I know season 2 of Homelander's out. I've been watching that, by the way. It's hilarious. And surprisingly heartwarming. No, not yeah, that's right. Gen V, I think season 2 is coming out first, if I remember right. Yeah, I think Gen V comes out first. Gen V season 2 release date. September 17th. Yeah, so that'll be out next month. Well, yeah, because if you look at, like... If we go over to Survivor and I look at... there it is right there. Enemies necessary. You see the auras of dropped pallets. Press the ability button to activate it. And pick it up after 3 seconds. Like, they keep having to, like, buff any means just because Windows does its job better. On top of that, like, I'm still surprised that when they did the changes to maps, that they didn't nerf Windows of Opportunity. I thought that's what that was leading towards. It's so odd. Right, Yum Yum? Yeah, she agrees. I don't know, it just... Because no hate to Windows, because it's not overpowered. I'm not suggesting it's overpowered. I'm just saying, like, I hate seeing it every match. It doesn't matter the build. People will just pop Windows on there. Yeah, that's the thing. Like maybe I don't know if it used to work this way. I don't remember how old Windows worked and why it was considered like just bad. Windows of Opportunity DVD. Let me see if I can maybe find it. Okay, its original version was auras of pallets and vaults are revealed to you within 20 meters. Windows of Opportunity has a cooldown of 40 seconds when vaulting or dropping a pallet in chase. And then it was 20 seconds, and then they just got rid of the cooldown and upped the range. Yeah, when they removed the cooldown and upped the range is when people started saying it was a good perk for people to run. Well, Miller, the value, even if you know the tiles, the value is knowing if your teammates use that pallet. That's the value. It wouldn't be so bad either if there was more reliable ways to give blindness. But there really aren't, other than, like... Yeah, how many perks do blindness? It's just Third Seal, right? Third Seal and Mindbreaker. Mindbreaker's on a cooldown. Yeah, Third Seal's the only reliable one, and it's a Hex. Ultimate Weapon, kind of. I'm losing track of time. We all are, Farah. I don't even know what month it is anymore, and I'm looking at a calendar. And I feel bad suggesting it needs a change or a nerf or anything. Because again, it's not overpowered. It's just, I just hate seeing it all the time. Butt the range to 44 and decrease the range to 24 meters every hook. Make people have to learn resources on death. Ooh, that's an interesting way to go about it. They're on my left when I come out. I was zoning her way too much there. There's a rock in the way. Let's see what she does. I could maybe play that, but I don't think it's worth it. Man, Bamboozle is so good on this character. It forces so many just random drops it shouldn't. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna use my door real quick. Because part of me thinks they probably went to the left of the map, so I'm gonna check 6 real quick. Someone's back on that gen. Which means they're going for Laura now. We can head back into 4. Yep, they get right off the hook. Oh, smart man. Three drops. Okay. 2 dens down, which does suck. I see Ace right there, though. Or Ash right there, though.
Insolent whelp.
Surprised I got that hit, honestly. Surprised I got that down, honestly. I'm gonna throw that there. She should still be exhausted. It's everyone but Zarina, by the way. Okay, Laura's on death hook. That's good. Down to 2 gens. That's fine. It feels better to just chuck the... Yeah. That's honestly the secret to Springtrap, in my opinion, is just learning when to chuck and when to zone. I honestly think that's the secret to playing him well. Like how there's 2 people right next to Laura. Which means she's going to heal up in a couple seconds. I'll take it. You want a body block for her, that works for me. I shouldn't have done that because the tree was there. Give me my last stack of No Way Out. And then we'll see if maybe we can counteract Laura. She went towards main building, so I think I know where she's going. Yeah, she healed up. She should be over here somewhere. Nope, there's Laura. That's the one I want to go for, is Laura. Oh, she kept running? Give it back, give it back, give it back. They're gonna finish that other gen. Yep. No way out of pop though. I'm currently currently getting to do work that is above my pay grade. Aren't we all? Nice. I don't have to worry about Dead Hard because I know he's still under what's it called? Zarina was nearby. So I can throw that at the barrel, keep that there. See if maybe Zarina comes up. We get Ash. Where's basements? Reassurance value? Yeah, it was definitely reassurance value. And put that there. It should cover most of it. They actually didn't open the doors. No, they're healing up first. Hi, Zarina. That puts them all on death hook, right? They'd have to crouch under it. Yeah, everyone's on death hook. Yeah, I've got no reason to leave. Oh, I didn't want to throw it down that far. No. I feel like I still hear Ash nearby. I want to hit it there is where I want. Oh, that hits the whole thing. Yeah, never mind. That's probably the better place to put it. Okay. God, I love Party Hat. God, I love Party Hat. I see you, Ed. Ah, she just dies. Nah, he gets out. Finesse. Let him dodge that. Good shit, though. GG's. Woo! Yeah, it lets them know where to go and chase, and it knows which resources have been used. So you know, like... If you're like, see how Ace had windows, he knew that he knew that the pallet and shack wasn't dropped yet. So like earlier, even if he wasn't in comms with these guys, he knew exactly where to go because of it. Same like earlier, like he knew that that one pallet was down, even though he wasn't part of that chase. He knew exactly where the TL was to play that against me. That's why people run Windows. It's just amazing info. You can use it almost all times. Does it not? Like a cone. Well, I mean, like Midwich. It could be a bit much. I mean, and they're gone. Okay, never mind. I thought we were gonna have a cool conversation about it. Never mind. Was it the ash? Yeah, it was the ash. And she's running it. Yeah, it's the most. If I go to nightlight right now. Windows of Opportunity is the #1 most used survivor perk in the entire game with a 34% pick rate. It doesn't seem like much. Yeah, I thought it went through floors too. I thought Reassurance went through floors like 100%. I guess it doesn't? I just thought like there was a range limit because matches, like I said, maps like Midwich would be fucking nuts with Reassurance. Reassurance DVD. Am I wrong? Limitations. Okay, reassurance. Limitations. Reassurance may only be activated once per survivor per hook instance. Each survivor in the trial can have 1 to 2 hook in. Reassurance is not mutually exclusive. Each non-hook survivor can use their own reassurance on the same hook survivor during the hook instance, allowing for a hook survivor to be halted 3 times by other survivors. Assuming the survivor has 2 hook instances, this allows up to 6 halts. When multiple survivors are hooked in the basement, activating reassurance will apply this effect to all survivors due to them being in close... That's actually... I didn't know that. It says nothing about the range. I was hoping it would. Hey, Rusty. Yeah, what Wither said. That's why. Any means does the job, but Windows does it better. The thing any means does better is it lets you reset the palette, but depending on the killer, that might not matter. If you're playing against Nemesis, who gives a shit? Yeah, but it didn't say the vertical range. I was curious about the vertical range. Or, not vertical, yeah, vertical range. No one has a lock-in on the exact vertical range, from what I can tell. It is not 12 meters, though, I can tell you that. Well, like, yeah, but the thing is, you have to remember. Lynx, that's the thing. The wife got me the box. There's a joke I can make here, and I'm not going to. But Lynx, that's the thing. So like, if you're running any means necessary and alert, if your teammate drops a pallet and you see it, cool, you know it's there, right? And then if the killer breaks it, alert goes off, and you know that that pallet is gone. However, the difference between that and windows of opportunity is that now I have to remember that. Plus, that's 2 perks rather than 1. And also, Windows, like Wither just said, also shows upright pallets. Any means doesn't do that. You just know what the pallets that have been dropped. That's the difference. No. I'm not saying it can't be. That's the thing, though. What you just said in that sentence is why it's a problem. Can. That word right there is the antithesis to anything in this video, in Dead by Daylight. Can. That word is like a dirty word. There is no can. It must. Why do you think survivors complain about anti-tunnel, or bringing anti-tunnel and anti-slug perks every match to deal with stuff? It's because if they go into a match where the killer didn't do either of those things, they feel like it was pointless to bring. I didn't know Doug Bradley was still signing stuff. That's the thing. That's why, like Sprint Burst is a very good example of this. No matter what, Sprint Burst will get use. No matter what. Even if you don't use it in Chase, even if you just use it to get from gen to gen, it still gets use. It is 100% guaranteed value no matter what. You don't need alert, only any means is any means is Windows and alert combined. Yeah, but like I said, the difference is regardless, you have to remember it, and it's only down pallets. Windows, like I said, is any vault location. I'm trying to think of like another perk that's like that, where yeah, like Prove Thyself is another good one. It's, don't get me wrong, there are matches where you might not get use out of this, but in general, you're almost always going to get some use out of Prove Thyself. That's why it's brought all the time. Same with Deja Vu. Well, even then, if a killer brings exhaustion perks, most of them don't stop Sprint Burst. The only one that kinda does is Mindbreaker, and even then you can play around that. Finesse. Unless you're playing against Legion, this perk is always going to get value. Of some kind. I can almost promise you. Decisive Strike. Again, like, you can force value out of it. That's why people use like things like Decisive Strike aggressively. They want to get value out of their perk. They brought it. They want it to do something, you know? Oh, I forgot about Come and Get Me. I really need to make a build around this. And most of the ones that like are like, oh, you might not get value, like do no harm is a good example of this too. This is a perk that, technically speaking, you might not get value out of a match, but if you're not getting value out of this match, it's because you're winning. I ran come and get me a few times in a build and made around this one. Yeah, I can imagine like running it with like babysitter, desperate measures. I hate it too, but the only solution I can think of is, again, the only thing I want to change about Decisive Strike, and I said this years ago before it's changed to not working in game, is I still think Decisive Strike should go away once another survivor is hooked. Yep, we'll make it another good and consistent. Why do you think? I keep saying that, I was talking with, I think, Yoshi about this the other day. Why do you think killers won't stop using pain res? Even though, statistically speaking, if you look at the numbers, this perk is not that good. It's because it's reliable. Well, okay, it's a scourge, but you know what I mean. For the most part, it's reliable. That's why people bring it all the time. It's because it's almost always going to get value. Something like Hubris isn't. Something like 2 Can Play isn't. Even like my Vint Error build, like, nothing on here is guaranteed to get value. Yeah, I get some funny moments or cruel limits, but there's some matches where it doesn't do anything. Most people, I mean, it could be a preference thing, but again, I think for a lot of people, it just comes down to consistency. Like, smash hit, like, what if the killer respects every pallet? Technically, you're still getting value, but you know what I mean? Like, what if you aren't able to stun the killer? What if it's a killer who doesn't get stunned? What if it's like Xenomorph or Chucky? This isn't me saying stop running those, by the way. I'm just saying that's why a lot of people don't. Like, a lot of people were curious, like, Dark Arrogance, for example. Like, there's not very many killers that run this, but the ones that do are the ones that don't get stunned all the time, or are very unlikely to get stunned. So, like, Xenomorph, or a killer like Chucky, who, like, that extra 5, I think it's 5%, I could be wrong. Is it 5? What's BAM? Is it 20% on BAM?
I'm Chucky.
Yeah, that extra 10% makes the difference. It's just an unfortunate, and this isn't a DBT only issue. This is the issue in a lot of video games. It's just people are going to use the option that requires the least amount of effort to use. Not skill. I'm not saying skill. I'm saying effort. There's a difference. That's also true, Kit. Ruin's gone a bit down because people don't like the numbers on it, but in general, Ruin's still fine. That's really what it comes down to. Like, when you're determining if a perk is good or bad, in my opinion, is how consistently useful is it? And what is the value it's bringing with that consistency? Again, I think Bamboozle and Springtrap is a good example, right? There is what? 2 maps where I would be like, damn, I can't believe I brought Bamboozle. Like Gideon's and I don't know. What's another map with not a lot of windows? I can't think of one offhand. What's another map with a lot of windows? With not a lot of windows, I'm sorry. Badham, I guess? Even then? Like, unless I'm going to Gideon's, like, there's not a world where I would not want Sparkle on Springtrap. Whispers is just useful all the time. The problem with Whispers is that it can be inconsistent depending on the situation. That's my problem with Whispers. Hawkins. Oh, yeah, there's a good example. Yeah, there's like, what, 2 windows on that entire... 3 windows. And 2 of them are on the top floor. That's true. That is true with her. But is it worth the entire perk slot for that? Hawkins. You're thinking of Hawkins, Kit. Discordance is like a perfect example of this and one that people misunderstand all the time. Discordance... If Discordance doesn't go off, a lot of people will be like, that's why I don't bring Discordance, because it didn't get me any value. If Discordance isn't going off the entire match, it's because they're split on gens. It gave you value. Wasn't I running Phantom Fear on one of these? I kind of want to run Phantom Fear. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to run Phantom Fear, chat. People doubling, yeah, exactly. Like it's a little ridiculous when you think about it. I'm gonna do a dumb kind of nonsense build, but I'm kind of digging it. I was really hoping for a poster. I got a coin. 4 more and I can deposit them. Hooray. I don't run Glitch Trap, because why not? I don't know, it's odd with how that works in gamers' minds. Again, it's just trying to play optimally, but not like actually playing optimally. And it's one of the biggest problems in not just this game, but like a bunch of other games. It's like, why wouldn't I run the thing that is guaranteed to get me value every match? And that isn't hard to use. You know what I mean? Why? There's like no reason. The answer is no reason. Why? People complain about like Scarlet Witch being pretty bad in Marvel Rivals, but there's a reason. It's because if she was good, she would be like the best character in the game. Her entire kit relies on positioning, not aim, not mechanical skill. As much as I complain about using her ultimate when I play Rivals, yes, I play Scarlet Witch, shut up. As much as I complain about using her ult all the time and it getting like countered by 100 different things, if it didn't, it would be like the best ult in the game. How do you think they'll bring a killer with prop spawns into 2v8, specifically killers that use them as teleports? They'll more than likely. My idea for Xenomorph is that your teammates will be able to see the footsteps as well as you. So if you're under the ground, they can still see the footsteps. Sadako, my best guess is the killer. Your teammate can somehow turn the TVs on or something. Springtrap, I'm not 100% sure. My hope would be that your teammate can use the cameras. Actually, Springtrap's a weird one because I feel like they could just that's the one where they could be like, yeah, they can just use the doors and it would be fine. And I don't think very many people would care too much. Also, yeah, chat, now I'm just really confused at what the fuck was going on with the servers yesterday. Holy shit. We're hopping right on that gen, huh? Nice dodge, Dwight. That's a good example right there of me wanting BAM. If I had BAM, I wouldn't have to shut that window. Oh no, the window was blocked. My bad. I'm dumb. Ace, you're gonna have to drop pallet. Oh my god! If I do this enough, they'll run out of pallets. And another pallet. There goes Ruin. You could probably... Oh, yeah, that could probably hit both. Takes the window. Oh my god, she was like a second later. Damn, wish I had brutal strength right now. Or even, yeah, no, she's just gonna run back over here. Fan of Fear still on cooldown. Who's still injured? Dwight? We're down to 1 gen. Oh my god. Maybe Haddonfield? Well, also, it depends on the loops as well. Because some maps have loops where the, Actually, the match is over. Because this gen is basically done. Wow. Fucking wow. Oh, good fake. Everything hits you with head on. Jesus Christ, man. Did he really try to sabo the other hook? Well, the thing with it, that wasn't really an MMR problem. That was just a map problem. You know? It's just because there's 100 pallets all lined up next to each other. And I didn't hit the window. Or I did hit the window. I thought maybe he dodged left. GG's. Oh, okay. No, almost all of DBD's issues stem from bad map design. If maps were good, windows wouldn't be required. Hey, Elijah. If maps were better designed, then the mid-tiers wouldn't be so bad. If maps were better designed, some add-ons wouldn't feel required either. Part of the reason Nurse and Blight are so good is because they don't care what the map is. They can play it. Same with Ghoul. Same with Dracula. They don't care. I mean, slightly rough. I mean, I don't think we've gotten a 3K all night. I think it's only been 2Ks. And then we just got a 4 out on that one. I'm running a dumb build, though, to be fair. I might take Bonnie's off or something else. Plus, there's a lot I did wrong that match. And we'll do Indo CPU party hat. There's a lot I did wrong that match. I split pressure too much. I broke that wall when I didn't need to because I didn't realize the window wasn't in there. I should have noticed the window was on the other side when I was walking up. With the power discrepancy of Killer, well, that's another problem that they had to figure out. The obvious answer is just make it so each killer has different map seeds that can happen, but that's easier said than done. Elijah, every time I run loot bag, the survivors just instantly get on the doors and leave. No one stays, I never get a chance, or I miss my axe at the door and it was pointless. It's fun when it works. And when I do the short on it, that's what I'm going to say. When it works, it's fucking fun, hilarious, and really good. When it doesn't, you feel so bad. I don't think I could drop chase on Laura. I think Laura was the one I decided not to drop chase on because I dropped chase on the other two already. You think these two are duoed, chat? You think these two are duoed? I think these two are duoed. I think Loot Bag is the best in-game add-on in the entire game. Loot Bag plus Blood Warden equals funny. When it works. When it works. What makes me think what? Loot Bag is the best in-game add-on in the game? Oh, why they're duoed? Oh, don't worry about it. There's no particular reason. It's just a vibe thing, you know? Sometimes you can just tell. Yeah, Orman. Not a bad one. This is the best map they've made in years, by the way. I will stand by that. Hello, hey Killer Shriek. Pure coinky dink. Hey, Dwight. Hey, other Dwight. Oh, I thought he would run into it. I can't believe I got that in one chat. Is no one going to comment on that? This is the best map they've made in 10 years. Fucking facts. I don't think he comes or gets that. Hi, Dwight. See if we can put this here. Throw that back out. See if we can get some undetectability going, because I think I'm going to need it here in a second. Yeah, because they healed back up. Let's see if maybe I can catch them off guard from the top rope. Nice dead hard. I'm more surprised you got that than anything. How much do we want to bet this Fong has windows of opportunity, by the way? What? Decisive? Decisive on you, maybe? No. Okay. Oh, you had decisive. The mere fact, by the way, that survivors are allowed to do that and still have time to do the rest of the objectives. Am I the only one who finds that just a little dumb? Do you have decisive by chance? Don't look back so much. You can only use decisive once. I'll see that there for party hat to maybe get value. Hop in a door real quick. I'm gonna go to 5 and work my way back around. They were just able to just, like I said, just hang around for flashlight saves and be kind of dumb with it. And we still got down to 2 gens. I don't know. I've always thought that was, when people say like Killer is stressful and Survivor isn't, I think that's part of the problem right there. Is that Survivors have the room to not take the game as seriously most of the match. At least it feels that way. Oh, it was Conviction Soul Guard. Yeah, both of them had Conviction Soul Guard. Jesus. And I couldn't pick up because they had a flashlight and Dead Hard. And a brand new part. 2 windows on the Dwights. That actually makes sense why they were running where they were. I don't know, it just feels like I've said this so many times, when I'm playing Survivor with friends, it feels like I can fuck around during the match and still win just fine. When I'm playing Killer, I feel like I'm not allowed to make a single mistake or else the match is done. That's the frustrating thing about playing Killer, I feel. That's why I think Killer feels just bad a lot of the times. You make one mistake, you get one bad setup, and it's over. Where Mr. Incredible stops a train, that's what I imagine playing Killer is. Some days it feels like that. In the future, I mean, I haven't seen it much tonight, but in general, I've been seeing it more and more often. How the game's been? They've been alright, noob. That was my first 3K. The one before that was a 0K, but it was a lot of pallets. I was playing it bad. I had to eat 4 DSs last time I decided. I had to eat every pallet on Auto Haven the match before. That's the thing, though, Wither. I don't think the game is that miserable. I just think the matches that are that miserable that they make the whole game feel that way. That's the thing, because I don't mind losing. I mean, I'm not, like, complaining about that, because, I mean, I won that match, right? It's more so the idea that, like, it feels like Survivor doesn't have to, I don't want to say try as hard, because that makes it feel, they don't have to play as sweaty to be sweaty. Does that make any sense? Again, it feels like Survivor can just, like, fuck around and still, like, be fine in a match. Killer doesn't feel that way. If you bring the wrong build, you do the wrong thing at the wrong time, like, the match is just over. Even with slowdown. And, you know, this is from the perspective of someone who plays, I don't know how much of a difference this makes, but, you know, someone who plays at degen hours, like, I don't know if that makes much of a difference. From what people tell me, it does. A lot of people don't like playing at the times I do because the survivors are sweatier. I don't know, maybe it's just because I've been used to it after 3 years, that's just how I thought the game was at all times, so I'm just, like, again, I'm just used to it. But, I don't know. I don't know. Until getting Yui to P100, I still don't want to play killer when I'm done. I'll start on Zarina. Fair enough. Good choices, by the way. Yui and Zarina are good choices. The survivor on a bicycle and your Springtrap next to them to keep the same pace. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm really, really interested in what's going to happen to the game in the next few months. Because I really do mean this, and I've been saying it for a while. That's going to be the determining factor. I mean, it also depends on what you mean by sweaty, Wither. Because the problem with the word sweaty and try hard and all of these other words like that is just like, I don't even know what it means anymore. What if someone's just good at the game? Are they sweaty? What if they're just good at the game? That's a genuine question. Lynx, do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? Because I talked about this before in the VHS community, right? Like, that was something that was very weird in that one, right? Whenever a new player came into the VHS community, there was, like, an unwritten rule that we would try less against them. But there are some people who hate it when you do that. There are a lot of people who hate that you're, like, holding back just for their sake. But again, it leads into that question. It's like, if you're just good at the game, where's the line between being sweaty and just being good? And if you're good, then, like, what's the problem? Are people just not allowed to be good at the game? You know what I mean? Like where's the line? That's why usually when I get mad, it's about stupid stuff like that. But even then, like, Windows of Opportunity is a comfort perk. Unbreakable is brought because of certain situations that happen. Decisive Strike is also one. Even if the survivor like runs into me and forces me to get decisive value, right? Like that Fong did there and made me grab her. To be fair, I should have read that as this, whatever. But even though, is that really sweaty? That was actually more throwing because I downed her a couple seconds after, you know? There's really no way to know. I mean, Mr. Taterhead's a good example. Like he brought no perks. Like, he brought no perks for years, right? But he was still good at the game. Does that make him sweaty? Because he was, like, trying to figure out, like, how every loop works on the survivor side? I think I just don't want gens to fly as often as they do in my games. Right now, it feels like chases over 15 seconds are already too cut. Yeah, exactly. But that's not the player's fault. That's not them playing sweaty. That's just them playing, you know? That's my point with it. It's like, oh, the survivor, like I was chasing the survivor for 30 seconds and 3 gens popped while I was doing it. These survivors are so sweaty. Are they? What about that is sweaty? That they were doing the objective? You know, and it goes over to the killer side, too. It's like, oh, he camped or he tunneled or what. Like that Laura I tunneled a couple matches ago, right? Like, was that sweaty to do? Just so I could guarantee a kill? Yeah, Tater has gone on record saying survivors really don't need perks. If you're good enough on Survivor, you really don't need perks. But that brings into the question of the whole skill thing even more. I don't know. It's a weird conundrum. It's like, where is the line between sweaty and being good at the game? And again, that's not just a DVD thing. Like it's every video game. Well, repairing a generator with no knowledge on how to do it and no breaks is probably very exhausting. I'd be sweaty too if I did a gen. Fair enough, noob. Yeah, exactly. Like there's a different. Like, don't get me wrong. It's like, well, no, like the auto haven match is a good example. Like, am I mad at the survivors? No, I'm mad at the map. The survivors were just using what they had. There was 100 pallets lined up for them to use. Why wouldn't they? It's the same thing with like the whole W thing. It's like, yeah, I find it a little boring and I hate it when people do it, but like, I can't fault them. It's the best way to play against my killer. I don't think it's playing sweaty. I think it's just being smart. Not doing something actively detrimental to your chance of winning is sweaty. What's the incentive to doing something actively detrimental? I know you're kind of being facetious with that, but that's a genuine question though. What is the reward, the benefit for doing something actively detrimental? Because a lot of the stuff, like flashlight saves, for example, right? Or pallet saves. They can change a game, sure, but for the most part, they're really not safe to go for. And the most time they're fun isn't when you're with randoms, it's when you're with your teammates, because you both get that reaction, that satisfaction of it happening, you know? I don't even think DS is that strong with her. I just think it's annoying, because a lot of killers can deal with it just fine. The problem is the killers that can't, but that's a different discussion. Why aren't these survivors cleansing told totems? Yeah. Yeah. What if I had Noah? They'd be in trouble if I had Noah. That's why I actually used to be fine with the way old Noed was, because its existence meant that survivors had to worry about dull totems. That's the problem. And yeah, I've said this also for a very long time, that I feel like Killer doesn't have enough gotcha perks like Survivor does. Not gotcha perks, like defining perks, I think is the better word. Perks like Unbreakable and Decisive Strike, right? Or Dead Hard. I think Dead Hard's another good example of this. Or Adrenaline. When you're playing Killer, you have to play around these perks even if they don't exist. Even if no one brought them, you have to play the game as if they're in the game. Unless you know for a fact the person doesn't have it. You just have to. There's not that many perks like that on Killer. Yeah, that's because a lot of like good quote unquote Killer players like don't run it out of like some pride issues. They don't want to use it as a crutch. And also because after the nerf, a lot of people think it's like not worth running. I've rarely seen Noed. I actually think it's pretty good on some killers. I think if you're not an M2 killer, Noed is fucking the shit. And Noed really was the only perk like that on the killer side. Oh, it's the map with a bazillion pallets. I don't know what build I'm running. What build am I running? Oh, the dredge build. Like, what the fuck? Why is she running this far into the map? I need one next to a door. This'll do. And now she has the window. Oh my god! Maybe I'm just tilted. Chat, maybe I'm just tilted. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but I feel like coup isn't game defining, you know? I think it's the biggest problem with coup. And there's a third gen. That should have been the other Fong. Why are you so fast? And there goes my Devourer. And she takes the window. Worth the shots. You are kidding me with this map, right? And she has adrenaline. Like, what? Finesse and life. Okay. And there's another fucking pallet? GG's. At least she doesn't have Dead Hard 2. This is true. Oh no, it wasn't life. Where'd you get the speed boost from? I know she had smash hit earlier. I actually called that. I don't know why I thought it was life. All the matches have been like that. That fucking setup, man. That was a double pallet into a double pallet into the shack. Into... Just Jesus, man. Like, there's... And I feel like I probably could have played, like, maybe one of those, but I know the double pallet one you can't play because the fence is in the way. I also feel like I wasn't using Make Your Choice well enough. I probably should have gone after the other one. I knew who it was, I just didn't. Well, it was double pallet into shack, and then there was another double pallet beside the shack. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, you lose some. You have some rough nights. It happens. Again, I can't fully blame the map. I also played bad. I missed a couple axes. The Fong, there was that time I had a chance to hit her, and I hesitated. Also, fun fact, Links. I've actually been talking with the other spring. We've been data crunching on Springtrap on builds and whatnot. That build right there actually has one of the lowest win rates or kill rates on Springtrap. The highest kill rate Springtrap build is it's in game without loot bag, but it's in game. You just play him like the gens are gonna get done. Well, Chad, I think we got time for one more. Hopefully, it's a good one. The problem is I'm running CPU, which I guess I could swap out for something else, maybe. Purple guy drawing. No, we could do purple guy drawing fast coin. It's No Way Out. Oh my god, it's No Way Out. Blood Warden, surprisingly. Blood Warden has an extremely high pick. It's like an 80% kill rate on Springtrap last I checked. It is surprisingly good on him. Lethal Pursuer for obvious reasons, and then I forget the other two. It's not the Kaneki perk, though. That perk is not that great. Blood Warden plus loot bag. There you go. Oh, it's Dead Sands. Hooray. Another map that's just pallet, 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 pallet. Let's go. What the hell are they doing over here? I can't tell you offhands. I thought he would dodge closer. And they got my Devour immediately. Someone was nearby. I wanted to make sure. And they were still able to get a gen done. That was the Dwight? I think I went to the wrong door. That would be him. Oh, he didn't go into shack? Was that life? Yep. Yes, it was. And it hits a tree. There is no way this man doesn't have Dead Hard, right? Ah, worth the shot. gonna say, I don't think he has background player. Takes that with finesse. I can't do anything. Alright. That gen pops. Is there another pallet? Yes, there's another pallet here. Of course there is. Jesus Christ. Remote hooking would be a way. And we're down to 1 gen already. Great. Like, I know I'm not the best killer player in the world or anything like that, but I'm not this bad, am I? Like, genuinely, it's a genuine question. I'll take it. I didn't see the lore of the entire match. I don't know, it just seems like it. Like, I feel like I can't do anything. Oh, that one's prepped. I thought they were in it. He drops it. We're surprised that lands with anything. Like, that would be his hubris that got him killed. Yeah, they're gonna run for the other door. It's probably open right now. Oh, it's just, it feels like every match has been like this. It's just Pallet City. With loops, I can't really do much yet. God, he's lucky I did not have loot bag. Yeah. Who, them? No, I think they were just upset because, I guess because he got hit with the... What the fuck is going on? Chat. That was fucking weird. That was fucking weird. Okay. Hubris killed him, but you didn't have the perk. You're right. I'm sorry. I should have had the perk. Oh, no. They were just telling your team they were sorry they didn't come for the save earlier and that the Dwight missed a window vault. And then they wished me good luck next match. No, honestly, Wither, and this is going to be a weird tangent with this, I think too many killers have too many tells. I say this a lot. Springtrap's, like, the fact that, like, I can wind an axe around a corner and they hear me wind it up so they're able to predict the dodge. Huntress has this problem. Dracula has this problem. That's why Hellfire isn't that good. It's because the windup is too long. It's too easy to react to. Actually, I take that back. It's not that it's easy to react to. It's that it's proactively easy to... It's easier to proactively do something about. And I've said this for a while. I think that's my biggest problem with, like, a lot of killer stuff. A lot of killer stuff is proactive to play against, right? You can see exactly where Unknown's aiming. Right? At all times. So you know you can just predict the dodge. The projectile isn't instant. You have time, too, so you can proactively dodge it and reactively dodge it.
Now I...
That's why I said this in the Springtrap Axe video. That's why zoning is so strong in this game, because people try to proactively dodge everything. And it works most of the time. And when you try to proactively dodge it, you're losing distance. And it just makes Killer feel fucking frustrating. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be worrying too much about the pallets. I feel like I'm kicking too many, to be honest. But there's a lot of loops I feel like I can't do anything on, because if I keep the axe, I'm 110, and they make the pallet anyways. I also don't want to run meta. And that's my fault, I guess. But I feel like I'm not losing because I'm not running meta. I feel like I'm losing because there's just so much they can do. That's all it really comes down to. Again, some nights feel fine. Other nights feel like tonight, where it feels like I can't do anything. Oh, don't worry, Killer. We're heading out too. I think that was the last match for tonight. Not because I'm salty or anything. I'd keep going, but it's a normal stopping time anyways. But it was. I mean, I would say it was fun, but it wasn't. But yeah, it's still enjoyable to stream it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably not streaming, but I'll be in Kassir's stream tomorrow. I'll probably leave a thing in the YouTubes for that, or in the Discord for that. But I'll be playing 2v8 with Kassir tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, it's not as frustrating as it was with Zet. That was the other thing. Even 2v8 was getting frustrating. It's just people like saving sprint bursts at the last second. And then I had like, there was that one match with the two Fongs that were just walking around with medic to pick people up, so I couldn't down them again. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. You know, game has its ebbs and flows. You have good nights, bad nights. What sauce do you use for your kill streaks? Yes. What sauce do I use for my kill streaks? Oh, killer streak. Yeah. We need to know. Well, whether did you win those matches though? That's one thing. The gens are gonna fly in 2v8 regardless. But did you win the matches? Did you get more than? What's the win con for 2v8? Is it 6 kills? Because that's when the hatches spawn, right? Is it 6 kills or 5? I guess it would be... Yeah, because the hatch spawns at 6 kills, right? I don't know. I don't pay enough attention. I just kind of play it. That's the one thing about 2v8, though, I will say, is I don't think about it nearly as much. Yeah, 6 kills? Okay, yeah, I mean, were you winning at least? It's in the Discord links. You can ask them there if you want. But in any case, chat, I'll see y'all tomorrow in Kassir's stream, and then Saturday I'm doing Borderlands. Sunday I'm busy. Monday we'll probably come back for Mori Monday. I don't know. It really depends if 2v8's still going on, because I also have a feeling that's why the matches have been feeling so bad, because a lot of people are playing 2v8 still. Yeah, and 12 of them were losses for survivors. Yeah, again, I said this a little while ago. With the whole Killer being bad right now. I don't think Killer is bad, like power wise. I think it just feels bad. I think that's what it is. It just feels bad. Like you said earlier, like you're chasing a dude for like 10 seconds extra and 3 gens pop. That doesn't feel good and it never will. But how do you address that? Like, what if you still win the match, but you still feel bad for winning? You know? It's a weird tightrope they had to walk, because, like, if you make the game easier and buff Killer to a point to where they can, like, mess up and, like, goof around a bit, yeah, the game becomes more fun for those people who want to do that, but the people who don't, it becomes miserable for them. Because now they get more leeway even though they don't need it. You know what I mean? Funny thing is, MMR is supposed to be what fixes that problem, but... But yeah. In any case, chat, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go work on some stuff and get some sleep.